Dungeness crab. Well, one of my favorites. The way I like to do this dish is to break the crabs down into all their parts and kind of get in there and clean out some of the stuff that is in the middle there that maybe not everybody likes, and put them in a simple flavoring of butter. We have European butter, which has a much higher fat content than North American butter. Just works well for cooking, works particularly well with crab, works particularly well with lots of parsley, roughly chopped, an impolite amount of crushed garlic, oregano, black pepper, salt, and we're going to be chopping a shallot. So let's just lift our crab out of the way. Now we've been introduced so that we can go ahead and chop our shallot here. Just gonna top and tail it. And just like an onion, we take off the outer skin. Easiest way to do this is just to make a little incision so that you release that skin and simply peel it away from the body of the shallot, and you have something beautiful through the middle. And then we're going to come down this way and just kind of chop it about the size of the chunks we think we're going to need. Then we're going to chop down this way, and we have our finely chopped shallot. Let's go ahead and clean the crab. What is the easiest way to clean this crab out, or to separate it into its parts? It is quite simple, actually. We're going to pull up here from the back, okay? So the face. No! The face is this side, and then at the back, you can literally just tear this shell away. And I'm going to discard that for now. Underneath, you have this section here. I like to just lift this with my finger and pull it away, because you can see it has some gnarly little spikes and things on there. We don't want that. Then that uncovers the gills here nicely. We can get in there and pull all of these gills out. You don't want those either. And anything that just seems rough and tough, I am pulling out. And that's why I'm using my fingers. I can feel here where things are rough and tough. At the front, we have this kind of a mouth section here with pinchers. We're going to pull those off because those look rough and tough. And that is about it. We're going to run it under water here in a second to clean that center section. Now we have a cleaned crab that's about ready. I'm going to separate it down the middle, cut those pieces, and then I'm simply going to twist the legs, the claws, the whatever they're called, and those will come off really easily, ready to go into our dish. So now we have two center sections, which these center sections are loaded with just beautifully sweet crab meat. And we have all of these other sections as well. What's important to do here is we want the flavors that we're cooking the crab in to get inside the crab and into the meat. So how can we do that? We're going to crack, quite simply, each little section here, or just snap them. They snap quite easily. And then we're going to put them into whatever dish we're going to use to cook. I'm using a little round baking pan because it works nicely with this. Just crack these shells so that the flavors can get in. We just crack these bigger ones. Can take a little bit of cracking, but look, they open up nicely. That is absolutely fine. Come on, flavor. Come on in. I'm going to take a handful of shallots and just spread those around a little bit. I'm then going to take the garlic and just have that all over. That is how it's done. Then my oregano, just a little bit of salt. Crab is salted. You don't want a lot more, but a little bit might just lift that flavor. Here's some freshly ground black pepper. Then the parsley. Don't be shy with the parsley. It will reduce in the oven. And then lots and lots of good quality European butter. I use unsalted. Last two pieces in, they're going to get nice and browned on the top. The butter's going to melt into the bottom. The garlic's going to cook. Everything's going to come together. And in a 400-degree oven, this only takes 10 to 15 minutes. Keep an eye on it. You don't want it drying out. You want it to be succulent. So at 10 minutes, maybe give it a little stir around and check how it's doing. Let's throw it in right now. And it's done. Just about 12 minutes or so, and this one is just starting to brown on the top. That's the sign that you're ready to enjoy this spectacular but simple dish. I like to add a few red chili flakes for a little bit of a zing. You don't have to do that. You can add lemon at this point. There's lots of different things you can do. Some people have put some Parmesan cheese on there. That's good too. But the base of this for flavoring just works so well, and all that remains, as usual, is to taste it. The reason I do this at all is to eat. How the heck do you get in there and eat the crab? Well, however you need to is the answer to that. I'm going to look for a piece that's nicely opened up, like this claw. It's very hot, and I can use a little tiny Barbie fork to get in there and scoop out this wonderful crab meat, dip it in the juices and the butter, and stand by. Incredibly sweet, tender, but the richness of the butter and the flavor of the garlic and the oregano and the parsley all works so well. Such a satisfying dish. I'm going to have to dig in there and get bigger pieces out, but I need to do that alone. You are always welcome right here in the kitchen. I hope you'll come back next time. Subscribe, hit the bell, leave a comment, tell us where you're from. Something. We're lonely. We'll see you next time.